I have apologized so many times, over and over and over again, for the role I played in bringing Alpha to the forefront, in the role I played for giving Alpha as much power as he had. And I will not say sorry for that. I know it is my duty to tell you how sorry I am. It's not a ploy. It's not to get you to believe that maybe Alpha's coming back, because he will not. Not while I'm here. You see, I take this sport too seriously. I take this company too seriously. And when I got Alpha involved, it was only because I didn't take him seriously enough. But now I understand. What I need to take more seriously than anything else is myself and my ability. And I will never get another chance to win the GAW World Championship for the first time. There are some decisions that you will regret for the rest of your life, and that is the one that I will regret forever. But I do have the opportunity to make things right. I do have the opportunity in the main event of the biggest show of the year to show everyone the real wrestler that Aleister Black is. My father always used to tell me that no matter how bad your day is, no matter how bad it seems your life is, you can still make good decisions. You can still turn things around. Now is my time to turn things around for myself and for everyone here. I will give everyone a champion that they can be proud of, a champion who they know climbed from the bottom, a champion that they know went through hell and understands that he makes mistakes, that every human makes mistakes. We are human. We are flawed. I understand that now better than I ever have, and so now I'm going to give you a champion that you can be proud of, a champion that you can look at and say, that is a man of my own heart, a man that I can relate to. That is my dream. That is the good decision that I will make today, that I have been making ever since I left Alpha. And it's time now to make things right. Ladies and gentlemen, you are witnessing Aleister Black, the GAW Classic Champion, make his entrance here at Nitro 10. And that can only mean one thing. It's time for the main event, and this is the final episode of General Admission Wrestling for now. We'll have more on that when the time is right, specifically at the end of this match. But we got a long way to go before that, including Aleister Black coming out here with this kind of like the robe that he's sporting here. Aleister Black won the GAW Classic. He was part of some brilliant matches in that competition, including an absolute barn burner with Drew McIntyre. And then he went on and beat Matt Hardy in what was an incredibly cathartic experience for Aleister Black, beating the first member of Alpha. You heard him backstage. There are some decisions that you never get to redo, some things that you will always regret, but at least now Aleister Black has the opportunity to make things right. And that's exactly what he can do here. Win his second world championship in GAW and do it over the man who has main evented Nitro more than anyone else. Look, this obviously isn't my first time on Nitro. This is my fourth main event here, but don't let that fool you. Don't be fooled into thinking that maybe Kenny Omega has lost it. Maybe Kenny Omega just doesn't have the concentration that he needs to have. This is his fourth time. This is going to become normal to him. No, this never feels normal to me. I know how big of a show this is. I know how big of a moment this is, and I will never, ever let that leave my head. But understand this one thing. Aleister Black, for as much as you have apologized for bringing about Alpha, as much as I and I think everyone else really believe that you have turned a corner, Understand that there are some things in life that you don't get to just walk away from. Understand that this decision that you made to bring Alpha into the company, to give him as much power as you did, that was your decision, and now it will always taint the legacy that you have created in some way. I wish that weren't the truth. I wish that you could go on and continue to be viewed just as one of the greatest wrestlers to ever do it, because I really believe that you are. But unfortunately, what Alpha did over the last few months and your role in making that happen means that even now, even while I believe, and I think everyone else believes, that you really are past it, there's always this thought in the back of my head. There's always this minute possibility that maybe Alpha is coming back because Aleister Black will let him. I don't believe that's the truth, but unfortunately, that's the reality that we live in after what Alpha did to this company. But all of that being said, all I can do as the world champion is go out right now and try to have the best match possible. Go out right now and try to retain the world championship as I've done 3 times before. This isn't new to me, but every time I walk out onto the Nitro stage, it feels like my first match all over again. The adrenaline starts pumping. I get lost. And tonight is going to be the exact same. And so tonight in the main event of Nitro, Kenny Omega versus Aleister Black, it will be one of the greatest matches that you will ever see. I can guarantee that. And Aleister, win or lose, know that I respect you. I respect everything you've done, and I respect you as an athlete. But when you come into Kenny Omega's territory, the main event of the biggest show on earth, you are facing a different animal. Now let's have ourselves a 7-star match. Kenny Omega, we were always going to expect a big-time entrance from the GAW World Champion. It's what he's been known for since back when he cosplayed the Terminator back at the Tokyo Dome a couple of years ago. This is what Kenny Omega does. He is a showman, he is a celebrity, but above all else, he is a professional wrestler and one of the greatest to ever live. He has never lost in the main event of a Nitro show. He has been in what is now going to be 4 main events. This is a man who, more than anyone else, I would say, has defined GAW Nitro. And now we are about to see him taking on the world's most dangerous man, the GAW Classic champion, Aleister Black. For the 5th year in a row, the Classic champion will take on the world champion in the main event of Nitro. This right here, Aleister Black immediately out of the gate with a huge knee strike. Aleister Black, as we know, is a true 8-point striker, dangerous with his hands, his feet, his knees, and his elbows, and Kenny Omega immediately knife-edge chop. And now Omega rising to the top. Omega gonna start us off huge right here, superplex. What a hot start to this match. Omega going for the cover here on the challenger, Black. Gonna have to do a lot more than that, my friend. Aleister Black wearing some new gear here, these Muay Thai inspired shorts, some hand wraps. This is a callback to Aleister Black's time in the mixed martial arts arena, which, you know, when you hear Black talk about it, he says that it was such a formative experience for him and it helped him grow and develop so much as a professional wrestler, as an athlete, and really as a man. And so he says that, you know, it's a time that he likes to remember. Black drags Omega back into the middle of the ring. Kick out at 1 from Omega. I'll tell you who else likes to remember that time. It's GAW Talent Scouts, because they found Aleister Black when he was competing in mixed martial arts, and they really liked what they saw from him. And so you give him a little time and some hard work, and this is what you get. Running buckle bomb from Kenny Omega. GAW Talent Scouts have delivered a Nitro main eventer. Black with a double foot stomp going for the kick to the chest, but Omega catches it. Dragon screw leg whip. And now Omega tries to go for a kick of his own, caught by Black, and a leg whip from Black. As I mentioned, standing cutter from the Dutch Destroyer. So well done. As I mentioned, this is the 4th main event for Kenny Omega, and he's won the previous 3, including 2 over GAW Classic winners. Back in 2016, he beat his best friend Kota Ibushi, the first winner of the GAW Classic. That was a 60-minute Iron Man match. It's widely considered to be one of, if not the best matches in GAW history. And the next year, Omega went up against the Classic winner, CM Punk. Omega took him down as well. But after that, the 2 Classic winners following, AJ Styles and Samoa Joe, they both won in the main event. Aleister Black out of the corner with a big running knee strike, finds its mark on the jaw of the champion. Aleister Black looking to break the deadlock here with a 3rd consecutive win for the challenger for the World Championship. Black from up top, Meteora. Aleister Black knows how imperative it is to control the offensive pacing against Kenny Omega. Goes for the strike, Omega catches it, and you can see Omega looking for a super kick, doesn't land. Kenny Omega is, on top of being one of the most physically gifted competitors we've ever seen, he is so mentally gifted as well, and that's why he's so hard to beat. Black, though, after the reverse suplex, drags him into the middle for a cover. Kenny Omega kicks out. A flurry of offense here from the challenger. Omega just has no answer for it right now. Aleister Black raises him to his feet. Black mass. Aleister Black plants it on the jaw of Kenny Omega, but he has to drag him into the middle of the ring. It's costing him some seconds. Black going for the cover. No! Kenny Omega kicks out of the Black mass. Those couple extra seconds did cost Aleister Black. And now a hammerlock camel clutch from the challenger, trying to do anything he can. The biggest weapon in his arsenal was just countered by the resiliency of Kenny Omega. Now, kicking out of the Black mass is not unprecedented. It certainly takes a special kind of man to be able to do it, but at least it's happened before. We all know that Kenny Omega possesses the great equalizer, that being the one-winged angel, the move that no one has ever kicked out of. Snapdragon from Kenny Omega with the bridge from the champion. Kick out at 2 from Aleister Black. One of the most electrifying moves in wrestling, potentially followed by one of the most dangerous moves in wrestling. Aleister Black so far has done a great job of controlling the pace against the always dangerous world champion. Black with a lariat, Omega to his feet, Black hits him again. Omega boot caught, and Black takes him down. What a talented striker Aleister Black is. I marvel at it every time we get to watch him. He's just so good at what he does. It's unbelievable. As Omega now into the fireman's carry and a stun gun. Well, you attack the neck and throat area, makes it hard to breathe, goes for the cover, kick out at 1. Obviously, I don't need to tell you how important oxygen is. Standing cutter from Aleister Black, and Black immediately goes back for the cover on the champ. Omega kicks out. We've seen that standing cutter break guys' noses before, so that's a dangerous move in and of itself. Feed trigger from Omega. Omega catches Black in the V-trigger. The move that beat Pac to win the World Championship at Tidal Wave. Omega trying to use it to retain. Kick out at 2. Omega looks surprised, but certainly not distraught. I think there was part of him that knew he would need even more than that to put down the challenger. Omega looking for the Phoenix Splash. Aleister Black got his knees up. And Black Mass from Aleister Black catches the world champion. Aleister Black going for the cover too. No! Kenny Omega somehow kicks out of a second Black Mass. Absolutely unreal. Aleister Black now turns him around into a single leg Boston Crab. It's so hard to keep your balance on this hold. And Aleister Black just trying to do his best and eventually lets it go. I think that was more of a working hold, trying to wear down the knee of Kenny Omega. At this point, Aleister Black just doesn't have a lot of options left open to him. Kenny Omega is kicked out of 2 Black Masses. Granted, one of them, there was a bit of a delay before the cover because Aleister Black had to drag him back, but that second one, he just caught Omega straight in the jaw, and now a deadlift German suplex with the bridge as well, too. Omega kicks out. Aleister Black has given everything he has to the world champion right now, and he's got to be asking himself internally on some level, what else do I have to give? This might be it. Moonsault, knees were up. It's not often you see Aleister Black go to the top rope. You know that he knows it's serious. Forearm strike from Omega, countered by Black. Into the front chancery. And now Aleister Black gets the leg dragon screw leg whip. Black consistently targeting the legs of Kenny Omega, obviously to defend himself from the V-trigger, and it's worked. He's kicked out of 1 V-trigger already. Of course, nothing will help you against the one-winged angel. Aleister Black just doing his best to try to avoid it. Boot to the gut, Omega Snapdragon with the bridge, but Aleister Black did very well to keep his feet in the ropes, and now Omega takes aim at his head. V-trigger to a grounded Aleister Black. It's about the 4th V-trigger tonight. Kenny Omega can hit them from any angle. Of course, they're most dangerous when done to a standing opponent, when Omega can get that running start and get that rising motion right underneath the chin. Omega with a Michinoku driver on the outside. God, this match has everything, doesn't it? Oh, what a chop! Aleister Black answers with a knife edge. Omega hangs him up on the top rope. Aleister Black, he could be in trouble. Oh no, you never turn your back on the world champion. It's over. One-winged angel. Kenny Omega has retained. Oh no! Aleister Black has kicked out of the one-winged angel. No one has ever done it before. I am in absolute shock. It has never, ever happened. You can see Aleister Black is still dazed. I'm not sure if he even knows what planet he's on, but by God, he kicked out. Absolutely unreal from the challenger, and Black catches him with a DDT. Aleister Black might still have some fight here, but Kenny Omega powers out easily. Black, another standing cutter to the world champion, and now Aleister Black might be working on something himself. Aleister Black, he has kicked out of the one-winged angel. What else? Aleister Black, he can do anything. He's on top of the world. Black Mass. Aleister Black goes for the cover. Aleister Black is world champion. He has finally done it. Aleister Black. What did we just witness? Aleister Black became the first man ever to kick out of the one-winged angel. And Aleister Black, on the biggest show of the year, has beaten Mr. Nitro, Kenny Omega. What we have witnessed here is absolute history. You will never see anything like this ever again. But maybe we can give you something close. GAW is coming back. We'll take a little break, get everyone reset, and get you ready for Season 2. More information on that at the end of the Storm Chaser tournament, which will conclude next Wednesday. Come back with us on Monday for the semifinals, and on Wednesday, we will see the 2 championship matches. Aleister Black has made history at Nitro 10. And for those of you who have been with us from the beginning, from episode 1, all the way up here to the final part of Nitro 10, for each and every one of you along the way, I want to say thank you so very much. I cannot express in words how much I love making this series, and people, everyone out there watching, you are the reason why. Thank you so much for all of your support, and we will be back. Subscribe and catch us for Storm Chaser. We appreciate you.